Let's go to Dennis in Huntington. Dennis.
Hey, guys. I wanted to talk about, before I get to Peter being the biggest fraud in radio, I want to talk about the Yankees.
I kind of don't care about your first point.
Lineups.
Okay.
Well, no one cares about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so why is Boone, what is going on with this lineup? I know they just swept the Tigers, but if you look at how they played the Orioles, it was pretty bad offense. I think they should put Soto first, and then Judge, and then Verdugo, and then either Stanton or...
Why would you want Soto
Volpe
in 25% of his at-bats? You're guaranteeing that he comes up with nobody on base.
First, why? So then why not put I think just Soto and Judge have to be flip-flopped. I know the whole lefty-righty thing, but Boone's really into that. But I think Judge should be hitting in front of Soto.
Well, I thought that way, too, because I think Judge would see better pitches. But so far it's worked out fine. They're 10 games over 500. And, Volpe has not been hitting.
Beating Orioles.
Excuse me?
They can't beat the Orioles, and now
they lost 3 or 4.
Like
what do you mean they can't beat them? What does that mean? They beat them once out of 4 times. They've got 9 games remaining. What do you mean they can't beat them? Each game was close.
They just don't look good against them. Their pitching is too good.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's a little secret, Dennis. The Orioles are damn good. It's not like you lost to the a bad team like, I don't know, the Marlins. The Orioles are great. They're going to be trouble.
They're going to be great. They're going to be great for a few years now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So my second point was, Peter, you seem like a fraud a bit.
Go ahead.
You said you didn't like Dana White's comments, but you said you don't like to show your hand, your political hand. And I don't follow you on social media or anything, so I'm assuming you're an independent. But every time someone says something slightly against anything, Democrat, you go berserk.
Well, I don't think
you up on every little thing.
You're funny. Yeah, you're funny. Wait, hold on. Let me respond, Don, before you. You almost sent Don over the edge there. Yeah. Well, real quick. I said Dana White was bad last night because he was objectively bad. Like, his delivery was bad.
He only had 60 seconds.
No, I understand. I mean, and I get he's not a comedian, but you didn't think it was a very good 60 seconds. He just wasn't very good. It felt uncomfortable. And the reason I thought he was bad was he decided to use that moment to kind of poke and prod and complain about wokeness on a night when all rules and conventions of, quote, wokeness were out the window. Everybody was already saying anything they wanted to say. Why did he feel the need to make it a thing? He made sort of bad jokes and then blamed the crowd for not laughing when the crowd had been laughing at objectively offensive things all night long. I thought it was weak. I just thought it was weak.
I guess everything that anyone says that's anti-Democrat is weak to you.
But he didn't make
that wasn't anti-Democrat, Dennis. You calling with an agenda. Wow. It wasn't anti-Democrat.
He didn't make any Republican talking points.
He what?
He did say something explicitive liberals.
Yeah, but it was still it wasn't really a political statement as much as it was an anti-wokeness statement. Oh, you sensitive liberals. My point is, can't you understand my point that was a little bit weak on a night when everybody was being free-flowing about the jokes they were making? It was just an unnecessary, not particularly funny thing to say. And it mixed in a delivery that wasn't very good. That's all. It wasn't too deep. Now, why you called Don such names, I don't know. But anyways, thanks for the call.
That's all.
Do you know what that means?
I'm not really calling him names.
Well, what is that based on?
Do you know what that means?
And he agrees with everything you say. And even when it comes to the Would You Wednesday, everything.
Actually, but you called it out. You're right. I've been trying to hide it for a long time. I'd like to make an announcement if I can get the camera.
Please.
He figured it out. I've been trying to hide it for a long time, Peter.
Go ahead.
But clearly the intelligence of that caller was able to root out the truth.
Which is?
I'm physically attracted to you, Peter, and I love you.
Wow.
And I deeply want you. Can we make that happen? I'm ready to leave my wife and my family for you, Peter. Are you willing to do the same? Yeah, because you could see, because he picked it up, because only somebody with that kind of intelligence could.
Right. Yeah, he was sharp.
He was able to scoop it up and realize that, because, Your butt. Yum. I think a great man once said, "Yummy." Give me I'd like to take a bite out of that, Peter. So he figured it out.
Oh boy.
And now you've confirmed it.
And now I've confirmed it. It's out there. So if Awful Announcing wants to run with it, if you want to have some sort of Jake, if you can get on that and put it on social media, that Don LaGreca
he said it.
Is a...
Boy, would I like... Don, you just reminded me of the wedding scene in Tommy Boy when they're filming, everyone talking. He goes, boy, would I like to get me some of that. Yay! Hey, give me that camera.
That's a great scene. Well, I got to tell you, it's like a weight has been lifted. It's a secret I've kept deep in my heart for 9 years.
Yeah, you feel free. I feel left out. You feel free.
Well, no, I was going to... Michael, if it wasn't for Peter... my attractiveness shifted. It was all you,
for
buddy.
13
until
years,
Peter
you
came
never
along.
showed any kind of inclination toward me.
Because I was weak, Michael. I was scared.
And now
I was fighting. What I was doing, I was fighting it. Not anymore. I'm free.
I'm gonna have to think over these things and get back to you.
Okay, let me know.
Because there's a lot of people involved, Peter.
I'm not.
That's
listen,
right.
3 o'clock every day. I'm not going anywhere.
No, you'll be here. All right.
I mean, you got to consider Nancy and Natalie and the dogs and the cats
I don't take
and the kids.
We don't take these things lightly. But the heart wants what the heart wants, Michael. Or in this case, the butt wants what the butt wants.
Wow. Matt, Long Island City. Matty.
Well, I got to follow that guy. I mean,
that's tough. I know.
He was room temp IQ, as I'd like to say. I got to get back to. Oh, Don, you brought up anybody who was telling you before that throwing out the minor league game makes you a fraud. It is either a troll or just dumb. But it made me think of a potential fraud situation I'm facing, so I wanted to run it by you guys.
Okay.
That's okay. There's a non-zero chance because of connections through work that I could throw out the first pitch at a Mets game, but I'm a lifelong Yankee fan. I'll give my opinion, and then maybe we'll hang up and let you guys, but I would definitely do it. First of all, I don't really see the Mets as a rival to the Yankees. I'm kind of indifferent to them. If it was like the Red Sox, the Astros, I definitely wouldn't do it. But for the Mets, I mean, why not? You're throwing out the first pitch in a Major League game. The other thing is, like, I just don't see myself as, like Dave, you always talk about, he thinks the Giants are going to show up at his funeral. I'm not one of these Yankees fans who thinks, like, Cal is going to show up at my funeral.